So...
Yeah. I don't... Where the fuck is the marketplace? What?
You know, I always forget how bad that trip is, then I have to take it and,
I mean, I don't usually land over here. I usually go past New Cercio.
Me too.
I don't know why we need to go through here now.
This place has changed quite a bit.
Oh no, yeah, I've noticed they've been doing stuff, but I didn't really pay attention to it.
Yeah, me neither, but you know, I was here a little bit ago and it didn't even look like this.
No, definitely not.
Where is the marketplace anyway?
I don't know.
Do you
Eldrin,
know,
can
or...
you go find it? Fuck the bird.
Or the most helpful bird.
Yeah, it's very helpful to have him. Jeez, what did they do with this place?
Giant snow globe, apparently.
Oh, that's been there, but like...
More of these weird robot things, question mark. Golems.
What? Oh, did you find it?
There's Eldrin.
I mean, I saw the New World Order had those things.
Market's this way. Eldrin's also pointed us this way, so...
Back of the marketplace. Like, do they mean a corner?
You know, with how big this place is, it could mean anything.
Yeah. I guess find where the wall ends.
I guess around here. Over this way, I guess? Yeah, over this way.
Okay. Well, I guess we gotta find where the back is.
Box.
I wouldn't assume it means like near the wall over there, so probably this way.
Yeah. Good tailors.
Isn't that tower facing directly to the base?
Yes, it is.
Huh.
Yes, it is.
Interesting.
That seems stupid.
Okay, I guess let's just look around here for something. I don't know. Very confused.
You're getting some fruits growing around here.
Oh, yeah. Seems like a...
Shoveled snow here.
Ah, very inconspicuous.
Hmm. Interesting.
Yay, a 2x2 thing. Great, I have to duck. Really? That's dumb. No, that thing faces right towards the big dam. Like, that's right in view.
Wow. That is ridiculous. That's not smart.
Stupid!
Thank you. Yeah, but that, okay. I still don't know why we had to go through. We could just park, like, over there and just go straight down.
We absolutely could have.
I don't know why this was necessary.
God, okay. The door isn't even that hidden. I still struggle to find it that sometimes.
Yeah,
Fix the door up?
I guess they did. That is so much better.
Hey, right. That eliminates the need for those levers.
And it closes, dang. Let's go. Now, where the fuck is it? Probably.
I'm gonna guess either in Chris's office or the round table room.
Can't remember which levels those are on because I've not been in here in a bit. I don't think
Yes.
either of us have.
You know, that's the wonderful thing. I could be here any day, and I would still not know.
No, that's fair. Okay, there's the sleeping quarters. We need to go down.
Taylor, I think it's one more down? Question mark?
Maybe? I don't know yet.
Right there, there's
Yes!
Chris's office.
Thank you, Eldrin.
Alright.
Very useful. Oh, there's Dabber. Guess we just go in.
Travel go well?
You know, I always forget how much I hate that travel until I have to do it.
I mean, I've gotten
Well,
used to it, but...
hopefully the wall wasn't too much of trouble.
Yeah, why did we have to go through that?
It's just more safer, so you don't have to go around. And also, it's easier.
How
It's
is
also-
it easier?
It's also to get you all accustomed with the secret passage in case y'all ever need to use it.
Don't know why we'd ever be inducers here, but okay.
We'll
Well-
see if you're shaping up well.
Exactly. Me and Darren have done a lot of things while you two have been doing whatever the hell you're doing.
Fair enough.
What have
Well-
you two exactly been up to?
I'm not. gonna
I
say.
have been trying to sort out a new disguise, which has not gone well.
Of course. And you?
You couldn't just, like, ask me?
I could, but where's the fun in that?
Fair point.
Of course.
I'll give you that one.
And what have you been up to, Anna?
Things.
Great.
Yeah, you both
Well-
know you're not gonna get an answer out of it.
Let's. I don't know where, but anyway, I just want us to have a bit of chill time before we head over to the meeting room, because we're not going to have it in here.
No, I'd hope not. It's a small room.
Yeah, and also me redecorating the, Nova's roundtable room would be a waste.
Fair.
Oh, did you
Honestly-
redecorate?
Hmm?
Oh, you redecorated?
Yeah, follow me. We may as well head over.
Alright.
Basically, there are now slightly assigned seats.
Ah.
You have no idea how long it took me to get the Victorian flag.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I have technically 3.
Yeah, that one, I just kind of had to pick and choose for that one.
Yeah. Not so.
And don't mind. We still need to fucking find wherever Nova is, but that's a conversation for a later date.
Actually, that is something I wanted to bring up at some
Hmm?
point. Were you guys aware that France has been burned to the ground?
Very much.
Wasn't aware fully of it, but I've heard rumors.
Oh no, it's
Yeah.
it's burned. Like it's
It's
down.
it's bad.
Lovely.
Well, now this.
I think that's a thing for a later date, for
Yeah.
a different
The only
meeting.
thing that's not
This-
burned is the freaking Eiffel Tower over there. I don't know how you could burn that because it's made of stone.
No. I was aware of Nova being imprisoned because I visited her, but I wasn't aware of the fire part.
Oh, Jesus.
Currently, I'm not sure on her whereabouts. I'll have to go searching for her later, since I did promise I'd meet her afterward.
Yeah.
But either way, hopefully y'all are okay with your seats and all that.
It's a seat.
Fair enough.
Doesn't really matter to me. It's a
Fine.
seat.
I just wanted it to be a little bit more like, Yuki's council room, just a tad.
Okay.
But either way, Davern, do you want to get... Actually, I'll start this off. First off, I want this meeting to be civil, first off. So try not to get too heated during it. Like other times we've had discussions. Can we all agree on that?
I feel like that
Mhm.
depends on what you say.
Or
Can we agree on being civil?
I can agree.
I can agree on at least trying.
Trying's good enough. Eldrin, do you agree on being civil? You may as well be a member at this point. Perfect.
All right. Shall I get started?
Yeah.
All right. All right. So, I'll try and make this as short as I can. I want to talk about the lack of communication from you, Sky, and I guess you as well. Recently, me and Chris, and even our prisoner, Payon, have done some things. And we wanted some extra people just in case, but we couldn't do that because we don't have you two. We didn't know where you guys were, and we were running on borrowed time. And this is something that's just unacceptable if we're trying to, be a rebellion against the New World Order. We probably look like a joke to them right now because we're never doing anything. We're never around. We don't even know where our own leader is.
That's a fair concern. I will give you that.
Yeah.
I probably should tell you guys where I'm going more often, but at the same time, I'm not always going to be here.
Of course, which we don't expect. I mean, me and Davin aren't even here all the time. But at least being aware of your whereabouts is a thing to be improved upon. Another thing, should we tell them about what we recently did?
I was gonna ask
Well,
about that.
I mean, it goes with what you wanted to state next. So go for it.
All right. Well, first off, everyone, I wanted to give a bit of. So, remember how a bit ago we had an advantage over Yuki because she was distracted with her kids, and we kind of missed that opportunity?
Right.
Well, recently, because me, Davern, and Payon even, we decided to take things into our own hands and actually make a move on the New World Order. By ourselves.
And
We managed to steal their resources that they gather from Pandora's Law, and also breaking down their communications.
You stole the taxes.
Yeah.
That
Yep.
is genius.
And also disabling communications.
Thank Payon for that idea.
Honestly, yeah, Payon was a huge help during that, because, yeah, they were able to make us potions to get invisibility to get in and out. Pretty simply. Since there are guards everywhere in that place. But I just want to mention again that we lost a huge advantage by not taking a shot when she was distracted with her kids.
I mean, I'm surprised she stopped only after finding 2 of them, but whatever.
We'll see again. I don't care too much about her kid's life. I just care that we fucked up. Or more of, that our leader fucked up when, in terms of, getting us to do something during that period of time.
The lack of leading, basically.
Lack of leadership, basically. Because we all agreed that was a good period of time to do something. And nothing happened.
Yeah, I mean, you can certainly blame me for that.
Uh-huh.
I will say I've never told you guys you have to run plans by me.
But you are a leader,
Yeah,
so you should be aware.
That goes into our first thing, too. You're never around, so we couldn't even tell you if we wanted to. We didn't want to do something stupid. That's literally what we talked about last time. Not doing something stupid and making sure all of Argus members are at least in agreement or at least know what we plan. But we can't do that when our leader's not even here because, you're supposed to be the ringleader, the guy to tell us what to do. The person who's going to go, hey, do this, do that, or hey, just wary of this. don't even have her around. And this is my next point. We're supposed to be better than the New World Order, and yet you guys almost left Payon to starve. You guys are never around, and he was just in his cell. I'm so glad I took breaks from working on New Cercio, because otherwise he wouldn't have been fed at all. He wouldn't have had anything from the time period you guys have been gone.
You know, there are at least 7 other people coming in out of this place as well.
7? Who else?
You
I mean-
Soul, that kid. Name.
They're not.
They're...
They aren't official members.
And even then, they're also guilty of not being here too. And I think, Chris, it's time we talk about these.
Oh, yeah. So these are letters from 2 of our members who have recently, at least I'm assuming in Danny's letter, because I haven't read it yet, have officially left the insurgency.
Are you speaking of Lily and who else?
Danny.
Danny.
I
Yeah,
haven't read Danny's letter yet. I know Davern's read Lily's.
I saw Lily's, I didn't see one from Danny.
Danny left it in his room.
Most likely just for one of us to find.
I'll let Davern read Lily's first, since everyone seems to be aware of Lily's leaving.
Pretty
These
sure
notes
each of them are different
were-
depending on who it was given to, because I also got one.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Most
going to
likely.
deny my sister's request on hiding something that's secret and only mine, but she does have a secret escape route for us. I will not disclose where it is, because I hope not to use it, and I do want to keep at least a bit of it secret due to some other factors we haven't thrown in a long time. But it exists. It's an escape route just in case if we're ever thrown off guard by the New World Order or by someone in the insurgency.
Exactly. Let me read off Danny's. I haven't actually opened this yet, so let's see how good his handwriting is. Dear members of the Argus Insurgency, when the insurgency began, it had the intention of being peace and bringing an end to the Queen Yuki's tyrannical ways. Your motive has not changed, however, your actions have shown myself and the world anything but. You choose to be savage, wild, and grotesque. You have disowned your peaceful ways and chose to be violent. While I have already spoken to Davern and Sky, I've realized that this is not the way I choose to live by. I understand you're upset with Yuki, as am I. It's not every day your bitch of an aunt decides that she wants you to freeze to death, and I agree that she needs to be dethroned. However, the way you intend to do it is not something I can support any longer, especially with your disorganized and shambled excuse of rebellion. The only person I can physically stand is Davern, as at least he can sit down and be civil about it. I understand what was done was disgusting, at least. Maybe soon you'll clean up your act and actually get shit done. As for now, I wish you the best in this uphill battle. I truly hope you stick to your roots. And if you do defeat Yuki, I applaud you. As for now, Argus Insurgency is no longer associated and affiliated with myself. Good luck, Daniel A. Cash, leader of Orblade.
That's 2 members gone.
Yeah. And 2 useful members at that. To be fair, most members are useful. Most. But either way, I guess let's go over... Actually, considering we talked about Sol and Victor, I want to talk about another point. The lack of secrecy with this base and the people in it.
I will tell you now that Soul's been part of it since before you.
Yeah, which would have been useful information to all of us to know. Because no one here other than you knew Sol was in the insurgency.
I would have thought that you could read signs
What?
around here.
You think I'm gonna walk around an entire giant-ass base just to read signs? I have better things to do with my time than that.
And I'm fairly certain I have mentioned that before.
You haven't. I'm pretty sure Ona and Darren can agree because all of us were confused as to why Soul was here.
Their existence was very shocking to me.
That is a weird way to say that sentence.
Alright, fine. I can maybe accept Soul. But Victor?
And that's on me. How?
So, literally, okay. So hear me. I know that
That's
that part
not
wasn't.
I
You
wasn't
let
the one that was followed.
True. That's not on you. But the fact that you were so open to just let them out and be around us while we were discussing important matters is what bothers me. We brought in Payon, and you didn't even ask Victor to leave the area while we were discussing important matters. That's what I mean by lack of secrecy.
And especially the reason that Tammy told us why they were let out.
And do I need to mention Lee as well? And how that was just a you decision, not an Argus decision?
You had been there when Lee was talking to me. You would agreed.
It's not saying that we wouldn't have agreed with you. It's the fact that you did it without telling us. It's the fact that we don't know him as much as you do. It's the fact that he's New World Order, too. It doesn't matter what happened. I don't know him personally as a squealer, but I don't know what my aunt or my dad is capable of. I don't know if they can make him squeal. And that's the problem. They probably could. With their numbers, with their power, anyone could squeal.
That part's debatable, but sure.
Debatable? Look at us! There are only... How many of us are here? 4? 5 if you count the bird? What are we supposed to do with an army?
I meant debatable on making certain people squeal because certain people don't give a shit that or enjoy torture.
Where the fuck do you get this information from?
Where did I grow up in?
Here. I don't fucking know you. That's another thing. We don't know each other, and yet we're supposed to work together. The thing is, we're from different places. We don't even know each other's skills. Honestly, this whole rebellion is a fucking joke to the New World Order, I would believe. Like, what was the last thing we ever done? It was a fucking big mess on just me and you just making a mistake. We didn't try to reconcile. We didn't try to fix our image. We literally just left. We did this awful thing, bringing people so much pain. And then we just booked.
Not sure if you noticed, we're not in the exact position to try and reconcile currently.
We have done nothing. There is nothing. We could have done everything. She was nowhere in the New World Order for a long time. My aunt was looking for her kids. We could have done so much.
We realized we actually couldn't have because the New World Order can run without Yuki at the reins.
They can, but here's the thing. That's still a small thing. They don't have a commander to talk to. They're just going to have to do what they were last commanded or reported to. They would have to stay in their little spots, and all we need to do is learn that spot, find a plan, and make those plans. It's
and not to mention we had Payon.
And yeah, me, Payon, and Chris were able to do something. And there's just 3 of us. One isn't even an official Argus member. The issue is we could have done something, but we didn't. We just stood on our ass.
Anyway, there's another point we want to bring up. Davern just breathe for a little bit before I bring up the next point real quick. And once I bring it up, we will all discuss about it, all right? Sky, you can defend your actions after this last point's done, and you can basically defend yourself any way you will. People can chime in. All right.
All right.
Davern, Payon, and I were discussing possibly a restructuring of how the insurgency's leadership works.
Videos to Spotify?
We were thinking instead of just having a leader, making it more democratic, with everyone having equal leadership,
Upload your video through Anchor, Spotify's
rather than just one person at the top who gets to make decisions and overrule other people's opinions.
.fm/get started, or tap the banner to get your videos up there. That's anchor.fm/get started.
Can I be straight up with you?
Sure.
I'm personally okay with that. That may come off as shocking to you, but I am personally okay with the democracy. That's honest to God what I wanted it to be from the start.
Mm-hmm.
Weren't expecting that, were you?
Anyone else gonna chime in with their opinions?
It could work just as bad as the normal leadership if it's not done correctly, so either way, I don't honestly care.
You don't care about anything.
Yeah, well, honestly, I
That's a
do
lot.
agree with Ona that it could go wrong.
It could
But-
go wrong,
For
but we should at least give it a try. On another note, Davern, should we bring up the point of possibly letting Payon be an official member at this point?
Yeah, he honestly should be at this point. He's got a lot to give.
I'd say the second you brought him into a mission, he became an official member.
Yeah.
Alright. So from here on out, Argus is equal leadership. Agreed?
Deal.
That means you too, Bird.
I don't know if we're gonna do that, but okay.
It will work out.
I mean, yeah, he's smart. Somehow beat Zolan at a Game Boy. I don't know how you
Right.
did that still.
And now that this part of the meeting's done, there is another thing we're going to go into. But I want everyone to just take a breather, collect some thoughts, because things did get heated for a second. And let's take a break, just for like 5 minutes. Meeting's on break for 5 minutes, so we can all get breathers.
Very briefly, I will say this now, that if you absolutely need me and I'm not here, I am probably in Sri Lanka,
Okay.
Where the fuck is that?
Darren, let's go talk real quick.
under India.
You assume I know where India is.
We'll have that discussion in a minute.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so you know how Victorian is in Russia?
Yeah.
Kind of like dead middle of Russia and a bit to the left, but all the way down. The little island.
That thing, okay.
Yeah. That's the best way to explain it.
Nah, I know very little about geography. Then again, I didn't go to school, so I don't know.
That's fair.
Very much don't know. Why are you there though? Like out of everywhere you could have picked.
The last place someone would look.
I mean, debatable. Cause like everywhere is free game, but sure.
I mean, yeah, but who would look at a little island, you know, with no one on it?
I mean, fair, unless they had some tidbit. Though, I'm not sure how this democracy thing is gonna work. If it's gonna be anything similar to what our government was in the US, not so sure how that's gonna go. There needs to be some sort of
Good
checks
question.
and balances.
You know, that may have come to a shock, but I am fully willing to give it a try.
I don't think it's a shock.
I don't know, they seemed pretty surprised about it.
Well, they were prepared for the worst, so I'll give them that. But at the same time, you gotta at least go in with an open mind.
Exactly. I may not be pleased with it, but, you know, there were some good points raised. I'm willing to give it a try.
I mean, either way, my particular behavior is not gonna change, and I think I saw a payout over there. Whatever. But, again, my actions aren't gonna change, really. Because, for one, I'm still not gonna tell people exactly where I go all the damn time.
Yeah, that's fair. Sri Lanka was supposed to be, like, kept private, but whatever.
No, I have my own bases that I'll stay in. Because, safety precautions. This place could probably come crashing down. So.
You know, I also, speaking of safety precautions, don't think it's the best idea to leave that secret tunnel a secret from us.
Oh no. But then again, I don't know how much that secret tunnel would even help.
I've been thinking about doing one for a short time, but I didn't think anyone actually would.
I mean, secret tunnels are great and all, but done improperly, they can be very bad. They could come collapsing down on you, not go far enough, end up placing you in enemy lines. You gotta be very specific where you place secret things.
Exactly. I mean, luckily with where we're positioned right now, I think we're pretty safe not to be behind enemy lines for now.
I mean, the best place to run would be like over those mountains and then round, because everything else is flat land.
I also don't know how far we can go back that way before, you know, the storm moves back there gets too bad.
Pretty far, actually.
What? No, I've never been back there.
I've been back there too many times. I've explored a lot of things, because I like having information. Hence, the information raven.
You're pretty surprised!
Okay. I'm cool with that.
I'm never ready for Eldrin.
No.
Who is ready for this?
I
Never
do,
ready
and
for
I
that.
don't regret teaching him how to talk. Sometimes I regret it, and then other times it's very
Yes,
useful
the bird is
because
talking,
something
Pam.
Yes!
like hard. Okay. I'm just not going to question that.
Yeah, there's a multitude of things we need to discuss after this, but, you know.
Yeah, very much so. Again, still surprised Yuki called off the search with only finding 2 of her kids. Kitty is still missing.
That is concerning.
I don't entirely know what happened with that. Fortunately, I was having Eldrin do other things, so I couldn't spy on that.
You know, between what they said and my knowledge of France having burned down, I'm fairly certain that Yuki was involved in that in some way.
Oh no, you fucking think? Nova's posters are up for kidnapping.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, no, they're up for kidnapping, even though I very well know the beans went willingly. So, don't even... Hopefully, the beans didn't get stuck with their horrible mother again, because I do have a soft spot for kids. They don't deserve that.
I would hope, but... they really don't deserve that.
They don't. I mean, I never had proper parents. The closest thing I had was a mentor. So, don't know how entirely parents are supposed to act, but probably not like that.
Well, I mean, they're back in there, so we should probably get back in there.
Probably. I'm probably going to continue to be completely quiet, as I really do not care about this.
There. Everyone
Everyone's
good?
breaks go well.
I mean...
They went.
All right, Payon, you can take a seat. You're basically an official member now, so you can take a seat here now.
Yeah.
We don't mind.
Lemon?
You're good. You've been a huge help to the insurgency, so of course. All right. The next thing we're going to be talking about. Hopefully there'll be people. Hopefully there'll be more people to fill them. But either way, the next phase, which is a good reason why you're actually going to call you here, Payon. We're going to be talking about our next phase of planning. Like our next mission.
Are we going through the Bentley thing?
Yes, but we need to plan it out carefully.
Agreed.
Which is why Payon's here. Payon most likely has a lot of information that will be useful to it. And remember, it's light kidnapping.
Yeah.
We do not harm them in any capacity.
Fully agreed.
All right. So how exactly...
I think a good starting question would be most common spots
Yeah,
or common
like
routes.
Where
Bentley's
do we
route.
jump?
Yeah.
Agreed.
Precisely.
That's good.
I was hoping you would.
We don't expect it to be easy.
Yeah,
Never
nothing
thought
ever
of it.
is.
True. There may be more security after our stunt, depending on if they've found that out yet, which they most likely have.
I do have a follow-up question after all is said and done here regarding that.
Exactly.
Yeah, it won't last long.
Especially since communications may still be down. I'm not sure if that's easily fixable.
Certain people they have, probably.
We took their tools, so.
True.
So there is no doing it again.
Obviously. And I was kind of thinking that I could probably easily lead Bentley out into the open or something along those
Either of us
lines.
could do that.
Me
My
more
main
easily.
problem-
Not
My
really.
main problem with that would be, would that not sell you out?
Not if we staged us both getting kidnapped.
I'm liking this idea more.
Right. I'm listening, personally.
I'm more of a trusted person, or at least I'm pretty sure I'm a trusted person within the New World Order, so if I also get kidnapped, and considering the information I know about the New World Order, it wouldn't be shocking for me to also have been kidnapped. It gets me in the clear so I can still be used as an inside man, and it gets us Bentley easily.
Right.
Agreed.
And you still have your armor.
Can I make one unrelated request?
Sure.
Try not to lose that armor. I would like to very closely examine it.
Feels. Other armor for you that would be nice to get would be the Dance Vault military armor as well.
We can learn its weak spots, and also we could probably reforge something like it.
The problem with the Deus Vault armor is that's going to be a lot harder.
Exactly. It'd be super hard to get. It would be useful if we got it. It would just be difficult.
I couldn't even fight the individuals in Payon's armor.
True. I'm more of saying that for a future note.
Oh, you heard about that.
I'd assume he would.
Yeah. Either way.
So...
Either way.
I see. So we know what me and Payon will be doing. We can easily walk around. Let's try and figure out who all will be there for the mission and who all will be staying here.
I am okay either way.
We know me and Payon. I think Sky and Ona would be good to have there, considering Eldrin follows Ona everywhere, and Eldrin would be good for the Skies to keep view and watch.
But I could just work on Palin's new room.
Yeah, and you stay here, prepare the room we're going to keep both me and Bentley in.
Yep.
What are you thinking, Ona and I doing the actual kidnapping?
I'd assume so.
Keep watch and also perform the kidnapping.
Got it.
You two can take your pick of which of between me and Bentley you'd rather kidnap.
I already know which one I want.
Fair.
Well, that's fun.
Oh, I apologize, Payon. What were you saying?
Yeah.
Not all of us.
Go ahead. You've been good with ideas so far. Alright.
Right.
Alone.
Go ahead and present your idea.
You are
Yeah,
very
fine.
correct about that.
I think that's an understatement.
Yeah.
That was the understatement of the century.
Have people been to Haven nowadays?
Not since all the towers went off.
But yeah, go on with your point.
Wow.
What are you thinking?
I think I know what you're going to suggest. I mean, I would assume so.
you have a massive group, I'm sure not all of them are going to feel the same amount of loyalty.
I will be your host, Mike Giuseppe, the brand new show on the Ringer Podcast Network, coming to you twice a week on Tuesdays and Fridays. I'm a little man who's made some big money in the sports card market industry. I'll be joined by Jesse, the producer.
Never been described as little, but I do like big profits.
We're going to be
You're
coming
not wrong.
all the knowledge you need on NBA, NFL, and MLB prospecting. Anything you need to know about sports card. and
Wise
the sports
words.
market.
They'd have
We'll
to
be
be.
starting this Thursday, January 28th. Follow and listen on Spotify or wherever else you get your podcasts.
On the Journal, we talked to reporters covering the coronavirus, the people affected by it, and the public health leaders trying to contain it. Do you think over the last few months that the public health people have
You think you'd be able to get some of them on our side?
priorities?
I
In
assume.
some respects, I'm glad you asked that question, but in some respects, I'm not.
Tap now to listen to our full interview with Dr. Fauci and all
True.
episodes of the Journal on Spotify.
I can agree on that. I think that's
I-
safe for you too.
I agree, but I will say you would have to be exceedingly careful.
I don't particularly am one to trust that, but I'll give them the benefit of the doubt.
I trust
I'm,
it.
I have
I trust
to.
Diane.
I kind of agree on Ona in the sense, but you haven't done us wrong yet, bud. So I trust you.
From my understanding, Pan's been extremely helpful, so I have trust.
And the fact that me and Chris have been easy targets.
But an army nonetheless.
Any army is still good.
And at least with that small army, we have a chance, and we can
also
grow.
end up dwindling their numbers.
Yeah. True. So let's say while me, Davern, maybe some others plan out more of the Bentley kidnapping, you can go recruit some of these people and hopefully turn them over. True. They are.
They're very well trained.
I don't think I've seen one proper, but I can only imagine.
Trust
I've
me,
seen a few.
they're something.
They're a whole new level.
I have no doubt.
Possible.
Anyone is better than no one.
Exactly. It's something I can agree on.
Better to start somewhere.
Hey, Chris,
Yes.
while we're thinking of numbers, those golems you have in New Circio.
They're for New Circia.
No, I was going to ask if I could study them.
Sure, Evan made them.
Got it.
Let's just say I cracked a deal with Evan to get them for a very low price.
I expect nothing less from you.
Exactly.
Well, that's Chris for you.
I was just saying, if if I could study them, I might be able to think about some.
This case
Sure,
would be
that's-
deity, not God, but okay.
Thanks for the correction.
That would in fact be deity as it stands, correct?
You're good.
It's alright. You were unaware.
Stories are stories. Things, you know.
And plus, that's just as it stands, you know?
Yeah, I give you permission to look at some of the guards.
Yes, I just
Probably
want to take a look.
stick to the ones that are near the secret entrance.
Yeah.
That was my thought as well.
Because even though you are safe to walk around New Circio, because we're outside of jurisdiction, doesn't mean if anyone comes here, they won't turn you in.
You're not wrong.
Not to mention, doesn't mean that they can't bring anyone here to actually deal with one of us. Or
True.
all of us.
Exactly. But either way. Oh, wait, well. Darren, you put them in the storage house, right?
Yeah.
Alright, good. We'll probably move them over here at some point. That was just a good place to put them for the time being.
Wow, the timing on that.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Dad.
Holy.
Was that your welcome?
I don't know, not me.
Good lord.
I'm sorry?
Either Zeus
He
is
is.
in a fit or he's putting on a show.
Yeah, it could go either way.
He
Go
is
either way.
reaching.
Or
I
both.
respect
Who
it.
knows?
I respect it. I respect it.
I would
That he
hope he
is.
would be. He cares about the child.
He is.
Yeah. Either way, aside from the thunder, aside from our lovely thunder bringer bringing us some smiting,
They won't.
I think
Yeah,
that's
they
when
will.
we need to wave the white flag.
They won't interact directly with mortal affairs, so we don't worry about that. Boons, however, we don't know if the New World Order has any of those.
okay, so do we have a base idea of the plan from here on? Bent Payon will go hopefully recruit some people. Davern and I will discuss the Bentley kidnapping further with probably some insight from everyone else.
Yeah,
Bring it
I
to
believe that's a conversation for
Yeah.
everyone.
obviously. It's just me and Davern are pretty good at planning out just
Especially if we
Sneaking.
know where we need to go.
exactly. So we'll plan it out, bring it to everyone at the next meeting, discuss it, and most likely, hopefully, do it.
Finalize it and do it.
Sound good to everybody?
It's good to me.
Good.
Follow-up question.
Yes.
What exactly did you steal and what did you do to their communications?
Basically, I'll let Davern go about what they stole, but basically what I did to communications was basically I disabled it for a good time being. There basically I had to flip some switches to basically kind of make it shut down.
Lovely.
It's probably
Yeah,
easily
yeah.
it's probably easily fixable if they figure out how it happened. But
You create some things. Good work.
Yeah. Food, some of their tools to fix communications. Just tech parts in general that they had. It's borrowed time.
Yeah.
when tax
This time we have to
season,
make good on it.
because when tax season comes again and they would collect materials, they'll be restocked. Most likely.
Tools will probably be sent over to them to fix communications. Tax season will give them all the resources we stole.
I don't know how the taxes work, not my division.
We don't pay that.
I mean, you could
Bi-weekly.
steal from the individuals' Pandora's boxes so they couldn't restock.
But then that would put the people in punishment, and we don't want to do that.
You could put
Or
some
at least-
higher ups in punishment. perhaps.
Yeah.
After seeing what happened with Nova when it came to punishment, do we really want to do that?
No.
Well, I mean, even then, my big thing is...
Because sure,
Well,
I want
let's be
them...
fair,
New World
Yuki
Order.
already hated Nova anyways. If it's someone Yuki actually likes, it's probably going to be a lighter sentence.
Maybe.
I was going to
we
say,
don't want
yeah.
to risk it.
I was going to say, yeah, even if we stole from, like, some higher-ups of New World Order, their taxes, they probably will be pardoned, because they probably know at this point that they do pay their taxes, and it's constantly updated on their resources and what they will pay for.
Exactly.
Besides,
So,
from what I know, it's multiple strikes, not just one time.
well, still, it's a strike on the record. I'd say don't go through with that unless we absolutely need to.
If we're desperate. Luckily,
Yeah.
we have good resources like food, some of the tech stuff we got from New
Yeah,
Order.
put a pin in it, yeah.
Luckily, we also have a massive fires that I plan to expand a bit with some more
Yeah.
foods.
Yeah, and we did get some medals, I believe. So if you want to take a look at that.
And I do still have a lot of ore from that time I mined with Fox, so that could probably be used. Because yes, that is still very much in existence. Luckily, me and Darren haven't used all of it.
Yeah. So I think it's good that we have a lot we can use now.
Exactly.
But we gotta do it soon. We're running on borrowed time. So if we can get this done, we might have a fighting chance.
Exactly. We'll re-intervene soon, because me and Darren most likely won't take too long with the plan. We'll obviously need to discuss with Payon about the routes. And then, but other than that, I think I can say meeting's adjourned. Everyone else agree?
Eh,
Cool.
Agreed.
Unless anyone else has anything to bring up.
Be on the wary of Zolan, he's gone crazy.
Stolen's not our priority, so I'm not
I'm just
too
saying.
focused on that.
I'm just saying he's more on the No World Order
someone to
side
watch him
now,
tomorrow.
and with the tech he has, very much a bad thing.
Great.
That is good information.
Yeah, he wasn't already.
I feel like he was
half
kind of
and
like,
half.
yeah.
Okay, one of those. That's his decision, so we're not going to go into it.
Well, that is still something to be wary of. His technology wasn't pretty impressive. So,
True.
with
I don't
New World
really
Order
know Zolan
gaining
too much.
exclusive access.
Are you kidding? His lab's fucking huge.
Yeah.
And,
True. We can discuss Zolan at a later date if it becomes an issue. But right, meeting adjourned.
free to go.
If you need me, I'll either be in Sri Lanka or looking at your golem.
Alright.
Cool.
Just be careful not to poke it in the eye. I did ask Evan
Why
to put in a
would
mechanism
you do
if you
that?
poke. Well, I asked Evan to put in a mechanism if you poke it in the eye, it's just gonna hit you.
Why would anyone poke it in the eye?
You'd
Literally.
be shocked.
Curiosity.
Yeah, I feel like you. Yeah.
Do you know how
Are
people?
people
Do you
stupid?
know how? Do you know how
Yes.
people taunt the guards in Haven?
Taunting's different from walking up to a gigantic golem and poking it in its eye.
See, people blew salt at bears.
That's different. Bears are scared of us.
Didn't people shoot guns at tornadoes in the old world too?
We ignore that.
Guys,
No, we do not
are
ignore
forgetting
that.
that people are stupid.
We ignore that. People are stupid. I don't know what they thought
Christmas
they would
ready?
do. It's literally wind, like. I don't even understand that.
Yeah, that is a thing that happened.
Interesting individual.
Florida was a place.
Character. Maybe we can bring character. Holy shit.
Giant windstorm!
Wait, you don't know what a tornado
fucking good at
is?
that.
Do we not have tornadoes here?
I don't think we've had one.
Honestly, I'm okay with this.
I fucking forgot people shot tornadoes with guns.
No, what? I don't think a tornado is in the shape of a triangle.
What triangles are you on about?
Oh, anyway.
Basically, imagine a
cones.
giant tube of wind that spins so fast it would destroy you in a second.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Like, you'd
We
be
shot at it.
obliterated.
Yeah, I know the things with Wile E. Coyote in them.
Like, yeah, like
Shut
they
up.
know that, Chris.
Oh yeah, good point, Pay. I want to know what that is.
Cone!
Cool. It's more
Thanks,
of a cone.
bird.
Thank you, Eldrin.
You're
Wherever the
welcome.
frick you are. There you are.
Giant angry sky cone.
Sky cone. Sky cone.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Maybe.
Oh.
Wait, actually, would Zeus bring tornadoes, or would that be Aeolus if Aeolus is actually like God?
I have no
That's a good
I don't know if we're
question.
gonna get an answer.
I don't think we can
Combination
get
of
to
both.
this.